It's like, Father, do you understand that we're going through stuff that's unearthly, otherworldly, on a day-to-day basis, things that could take us away from you? Why would you allow us to go through it? That's when you're off. You don't question the Most High. He wants to build you up and perfect you so that you will be able to have the power and the strength to go out there and help others. That's why we are targeted individuals, so that we'll be able to go out there with all of this wealth of experience and knowledge of this satanic world and go out there, and those things that were meant for evil shall be turned to good. We'll be able to go out there and minister to people and affect people in ways you'll have no idea the power that comes to people that have gone through trials and struggles at a level like this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stand. No matter what, they're standing outside your house. They're making noise. They're trying everything you do on your computer, like they do on mine. Slow your computer down. Your apps don't act right. People are following you. They're one light on their car. They're honking every time you come by. Color coordination, red, black, blue, whatever it is. You wear a certain piece of clothes and all of a sudden that's all you see around you. Judah J, no. I've been going through this. Look at my Rolodex of videos. I've been going through this for years, but I only found out not too long ago, 3-4 years ago. I've been going through this now as I've done my evaluation of the situation in my life since I was born. Ever since I was born, I'm gonna make videos to tell you stuff that happened in my childhood that'll blow your mind. Shalom, family. This is Judah J, out on a stroll with my walking cane. Walking, because you know what? Even though we're down, we must not ever stay down. We must always get back up. Because the Most High Yah, this is the day He's made, and look at this beautiful day. We should not be trapped in the confinements of our own rooms and houses. We need to be out here enjoying the Most High Yah's creation. We need to be out here showing those people, if we're targeted individuals, showing those demonic entities that indwell the bodies of most humans in the world now, which is actually the big secret that a lot of people don't know about, is the majority of your world is dwelled by demonic spirits, those that have been possessed. You have fallen angels that walk around in human skin. So in the Bible it says that you might be amongst an angel unaware. I know that, being a targeted individual, we have the most insight in the world on that type of situation and being able to perceive it for what it really is. And that's why I don't understand why people still put their trust in this system when those that run this system are of Satan's kingdom. Because the Bible says that in the last days that the wicked shall rule the earth. And so looking at the way the system of the world is, with everything going against the commandments of the Most High, and it seems like, of course, you can in yourself decipher the decisions that they make, and you know it doesn't make sense if you're honest with yourself. You know it don't make sense, the things these people do in Congress and a lot of the places that you go for business, how seemingly heartless these people are. And of course, because of your own targeted individual experience that you and I go through, you know these people ain't right. You would not in yourself do anything to purposely cause a person to purposely harm a person, to cause a person to stumble. You would not seemingly, I hope not, go and seeking revenge on people, and that's the only thoughts that encamp your mind is getting revenge on people and doing evil, because you know that the Most High Yah in His Word teaches us against that. So if you're of that type of ilk, then there's a problem with you. in my situation, which is very difficult, I have been limited to the physical motion that I have in my lower extremities, my leg, because of the torn tendon that I have, because of a situation with a perp. And I'll tell you right now, perp came up on me when I was going to Fred Meyer's. And I'm walking to Fred Meyer's, and this person that I had never seen in my whole life, and I have no enemies out there that I have made. But of course, the Satan people are enemies to the children of the Most High, which I would humbly say that I am seeking him and I trust in him, and he's my Lord, my Savior. But this perp came up on me, didn't know him from Adam, came up with his hands, his fists raised up like he wanted to fight me, walking towards me. Now, of course, I didn't think anything of it. I'm thinking he's looking at somebody behind me because I've never seen this person in my life. And once again, I don't make enemies out there. I don't really conversate and have too much communication with most people, with my family. And maybe a few other people, but nothing made sense. So this guy's walking up on me and he has his fist raised up like he wants to fight like this. And I just walk past him. And all of a sudden he stops and he puts his fingers in my chest. A man he don't know from Adam. Now imagine, a man comes up on you that you don't know, propositioning in a position to fight, and then puts his fingers in your chest trying to sun you like you're some sort of boy. So basically what I did, like you see my glasses on. Now, took my glasses off very slowly. I took the mask off because I was going in the store. I don't wear masks, as you can see. I'm not one of them dudes that supports the pandemic, which I know is fake. I took my mask off, I took my glasses off, took my mask off, and just ran after him. Started screaming as loud as I could because I was mad as hell. Because when you go through this targeted individual experience, like we do, being harassed every single second of your life by these perps, after a while, even though we pray for them, which is what we're supposed to do, and that's what I did later, of course, because I was upset. But I ran after this dude, and and once I ran after him, I don't know if he thought that was the response he was going to get, because they know that I'm a very peaceful brother. Even when I'm out amongst the world and they try to do the little tactics against me, they know I'm a peaceful brother. I love everybody. It's just what Most High put in me. So I ran after him, I lost control, and if I would have caught dude, you would have seen me on the news. Because when you go through this experience, I'm not a tough guy. I don't claim to be a tough guy. I'm flesh and blood. My battles are fought by prayer. The weaponry of our warfare is not carnal. It's for the bringing down of strongholds. But when I lost it, the stranger that I did not know come up on me, I ran after him, and he started to scream. And I'll never forget it. This very tough-looking, proto-stereotypical black man, Israelite, he turned into the biggest coward that you could ever know. I'm sorry, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And I'm running after him, and all of a sudden I felt a pop, like a noise in the back of my leg. That's when my tendon torn, my Achilles tendon. And so dude ran away saying, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's analyze that. So you come up on a stranger with your fist in fighting motion, like you want to fight somebody. The dude tries to avoid you because he don't know what's going on, which is me. And then out of nowhere, let me stop real quick because I'm getting tired. And then out of nowhere, you put your finger in the dude's chest like you want to get down. Glass is kind of crooked. Got to fix that. Oh, well, you can deal with it. We struggle out here. Like he wants to get down. And then once the dude shows you that he's not no punk by no stretch of the means, let me go back because I lost something on my cane real quick. See, got to get the little plastic part, rubber part. So then you run, and you scream like you didn't know what you was doing, but you knew what you was doing. And because these people have demonic spirits in them that's guiding them to do these things, as well as handlers, because he had that spirit, he knew that this would happen. This was their plan all along, to get me out of sorts in my mind as far as getting so angry that I would go against my better judgment and run after this person as to destroy him and have this happen to my leg. I am one of those people that know without a shadow of a doubt that these people actually know more than you think in the spiritual realm. They know what will get, they know if they cannot reach you as far as like causing you to get stirred up by their tactics, they'll try anything or just about anything that the Most High will let them. Now, it was my fault and the wrong for I should have not run after him. I should have just let it go. I should have had a conversation with him and let him know that I don't know who you are or what you're trying to do. I'm the wrong person. I don't know you from Adam. So peace. Bounce. I should have did that. But I just lost it. So I ran after Cat. And then this happens. I'm one of those people that know they know about what these actions, when we go against the Most High, he says be angry, but do not sin. I was about to do some stuff. Because at that point, it was like there's no holding me back. That's because of my experience, because of being an Israelite trapped in bondage in this satanic evil world, in this Babylon, and the stuff we go through on a day-to-day basis. I was about to do some things out of my character. And when a person is very calm in their life and they do not respond and react in the way in which the world would say they should react when it comes to adversity, when that person's still calm and peaceful and loving, when you get that person upset, that's a problem. That's something you don't want. But see, they play it against you because they don't care. They use these perps as their pawns. They could care less if they get hurt or destroyed. That's what the perps need to understand. They don't care about you. You may get your gift card, you may get your little zooms and whams and be able to go buy your little clothes or whatever, or go buy a little motel, or buy your drugs and go and get the motel and mess around with a female, and then the next day, your handler comes to you and asks you want to make some more money. This is probably what happens. They don't care about the response that comes from the people that you're targeting. So that person could destroy you, and then you just be gone, headed to the lake of fire, and they just move on to the next one that's stupid enough to take their deal. So I popped my Achilles heel, and I'm just like this. What they want you to do is to start doubting the Most High, because I'm also a proponent that when you're in sin, you give the enemy, you give him license to do wickedness in your life, wickedness to you. That opens you up to be able to have to go through a whole bunch of evil, because first you're going against the Most High, because the Most High doesn't want you to harm people. He wants you to protect yourself. Now, I could have protected myself in that situation. I'm not saying that. But my intentions, y'all, no good. My intentions was to handle things, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm not one of those people that handles things. I pray about everything. I avoid situations. That's why I don't have many people in my life, because I know people ain't operating in the right spirit. So I'm just gonna pray for this dude and I'll bypass this. But when it got to that place, I gotta cross the street, y'all. I gotta cross the street, and I gotta walk real slow. But my goal was to bypass all that, but I lost it, and the Most High knew I lost it, because I've never had anything in my life like no blown, torn Achilles, torn limb, broken limb. I never had that. And when I was in like 3rd grade, I tried to jump to the 3rd handlebar on the monkey bars, fell and broke my arm. This is back in like a long time ago. But like, I never had no situations with my body like this. So the Most High, it must have been something crucial that I was about to do for him to put me in this situation. The Most High, I thought about Abraham, because Abraham fought with the angel. And Abraham fought with the angel of the Lord. Abraham basically fought with Yahusha. That's what I believe. I believe that that's what the scripture's telling me. And he was injured. And the Most High didn't take away his injury. He let him have that injury his whole life. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be my injury my whole life. I do not speak that into existence. I speak healing and life and power and strength in my body. But I believe that he does everything for a reason. There's nothing, he says that, and I pray that I'm one of the righteous, but he says that the desires, he says that lean not to, he says, what does he say? He says the footsteps, I'm paraphrasing, he shall guide the footsteps of those that love him. So I love him and I make mistakes, but I always pray about it. And I try to fix my mistakes because Christ died for us and we have that provision. And so I'm thinking the Most High, y'all allowed this. He wanted me to have to deal with this because I was possibly saved me from some other stuff that might have happened if I would have been just walking freely in my own, with my own power in a completely whole body, right? But now, and I noticed after I got this injury, y'all, they had the fires and all the smoke was outside. And I'm one of those people that don't wear masks because I know it's a pandemic and I know it's just it's a ritual that they're doing to make everybody believe that they're sick. And so then their witches and their warlocks do rituals and do seances and stuff over those that are actually going along with the actual agenda. That's something you don't know. The witches and warlocks that are ruling this world, those that are their agents that are out here praying evil in secret and doing witchcraft, all those people target individuals that try to speak the evil in your life when you start noticing that they're speaking stuff in your life and they're speaking things that are going on in your mind and you're like, how do they know that? Those people are the witches and the warlocks. They have special powers, the lying wonder powers that they have. That's a last day type of it's not a gift, of course, but it's a lying wonder that these people that have sold their souls and that have sold their souls to Satan, they get these from these gifts from Satan, these powers from Satan. That's how they can know what you're thinking. That's how they know what's going on in your mind. They're not doing nothing it's called familiar spirits. Because there's familiar spirits out here that know things about you, know things about your generations, the people in your family in the past, know things about what things cause you to fall and your people fall in the past. Like, that's why there's lots of like alcoholism and people that are like sexually impure and people that are just whatever, that are thieves, that get very angry very quickly because there's some familiar, there's something that's familiar of that when it comes to that spirit that existed in their generations. And so until we break the cycle, then those familiar spirits and that power of sin is very strong in certain individuals. And so now these perps out here that have sold their souls to Satan, they basically have knowledge of the things that you struggle with based off of past generational sins of your forefathers. So then you're more prone to sin in certain areas and they know it. That's why you see if you have a lust situation, they'll send nothing but women out there. If you're a man, they'll send women out there that look exactly the way you want them to look. That will make you lust. They'll make you want to commit adultery and fornication. They'll put them all around you. If you have a drug addiction, they'll have people out there walking around like they're stumbling. Drug addiction. If you're a drunk, if you're drinking, have a drinking problem, they'll have people out there with beer cans. Do you understand where we live? Do you understand? Let me get in the light because I know I'm a dark-skinned black man, Israelite, beautiful, Cajun. You know what I mean? But do you understand that this is what we deal with? You're dealing with people that think deeply. They think deeply about the things and the manner of actions in which they carry out on a day-to-day basis. They don't just do things just to do them. They think about what they do. And so we have to know as targeted individuals and as Israelites and as Gentiles that shall cling to Jacob, the battle and the war that we are in. This is not a joke. The target individuals are just the first ones to be able to really truly experience in its full brunt, the full brunt of the agenda. We are at the forefront. They chose us, and I made a video Go watch it. In my section where my videos are, it says case closed. That's the video that shows you why they do that, why I believe they do what they do, why they target us, why we were put on their so-called list. Because this thing is more spiritual than anything else. Anyone that tells you this phenomenon is not spiritual, you better not trust that person. Anyone that just keeps on saying it's technology, it's just technology, and they do their electromagnetic waves and LF and LWF and HWF, high frequency wave, and all these things. These people that tell you all these little, it's like that's part of the agenda itself, to make you believe that it's just technology. Because they don't want you to know the true crux of the problem, which is spiritual. We're in the last days. And so Satan and his perps and his agents and his fallen angels and the demons that roam on this earth that came from the Nephilim, the giants that died, they just go into people. They possess people. Then people become conduits to the demonic spirits, and they overtake them. And now they're at Satan's, they're at his whim. They're under his control. So those are the ones that are after you. You must wake up at some point. Anyone that keeps on going about talking about this is technology, and yeah, there's all these weapons that are, they're aiming certain weapons at my window and it's causing my body to heat up. I'm not telling you they're not doing that. Do you understand? They have fallen angel technology. Fallen angels are in this world. Listen, there's firmaments. The third firmament is where the Most High is. The third firmament. The second firmament is where Satan and his fallen angels got kicked down to. When he got thrown out of heaven, he got put to the earth. He says, "Woe to the earth, for the fallen one," paraphrasing, "has been sent down to you." That firmament is in the air. It says he's the prince of the power of the air. So now his kingdom, his satanic realm, the world we can't see, is all around us, and they run this world, and they indwell in the leaders of this world, the satanic, wicked workers of iniquity. They have their spirit. That's why when they're the ones that pretty much, as a metaphor, as a correlation, they went up to the mountain, just like Satan, like Christ went up to the mountain, and they actually accepted the gifts and the world and everything, the power that Satan gave. Christ denied it. He said, "Get behind me, Satan, for you shall worship the Lord your God, and the Lord your God only shall you serve." But see, the thing is, they didn't choose that path. They chose to be the workers of iniquity, that wanted the things of the world, didn't want salvation, bypass salvation, so they can have the things of this world. That's your enemies. That's who's leading and running the whole program, targeting individual program, if you would want to say that. Empowerment program, whatever. That's the ones that are running it. And then you have your handlers, the ones that are really skilled in the dark arts, that are witches and high top witches and warlocks, secret societies, witches, covens, and all that. And then they're the ones that pay the people that go out there, that like the homeless and people that are having hard times. They know your mind. They know what you're thinking. If you are someone that wants the things of this world, but it seems like the world has never shown you or given you anything, and you're just depressed and downtrodden, and you're just like, I don't know a way out, and I just need something, that they know who to come to because of that situation. If you're having problems, if you're not serving God and you're like indecision, you have indecision, you don't know who you're going to serve, but you're just floating, kind of like you're a drifter, kind of like, they know who you are because it's a spiritual anomaly. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen to Judah J, because the Most High Yah has allowed me to have this information. It is technological, but it's more spiritual than anything else. People know you. They know. That's why I say they know your thoughts. The Most High Yah has power over everything. He has the power over this whole situation. He knows what's going on, but this is the fiery trial that we have to go through. This is the fiery trial that some people have to go through in their lives for the reasons that I told you, and other reasons that I have no idea about. The Most High Yah said he'll never give us more than we can handle. This sometimes seems like it's way more than we can handle, but it's not. But those that stand to the end, everything shall be explained to us later. Why we had to go through this. Just dropped my stuff. Why we had to go through it. The reasons. Because this thing seems like, Father, do you understand? It's like, Father, do you understand that we're going through stuff that's unearthly, otherworldly, on a day-to-day basis, things that could take us away from you? Why would you allow us to go through it? That's when you're off. You don't question the Most High. He wants to build you up and perfect you so that you will be able to have the power and the strength to go out there and help others. That's why we are targeted individuals, so that we'll be able to go out there with all of this wealth of experience and knowledge of this satanic world and go out there, and those things that were meant for evil shall be turned to good. We'll be able to go out there and minister to people and affect people in ways you'll have no idea. The power that comes to people that have gone through trials and struggles at a level like this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stand. No matter what, they're standing outside your house. They're making noise. They're trying everything you do on your computer, like they do on mine. Slow your computer down. Your apps don't act right. People are following you. They're one light on their car. They're honking every time you come by. Color coordination, red, black, blue, whatever it is. You wear a certain piece of clothes and all of a sudden that's all you see around you. Judah J, no. I've been going through this. Look at my Rolodex of videos. I've been going through this for years, but I only found out not too long ago, 3-4 years ago. I've been going through this now as I done my evaluation of the situation in my life since I was born. Ever since I was born, I'm gonna make videos to tell you stuff that happened in my childhood that'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. And I didn't equate it to this. I didn't equate it to this experience, but now I know. So the Most High Yah, but if you think about it and you put it all into perspective, I'm not going to tell you we're no 144,000. I don't know about that. I've had sex before. I don't know if he said that there's virgins. Now, some people say, oh, well, if you repent, then you say, oh, I repent from having sex and committing adultery and all these things without being married, then maybe that's like a reset. And now the Most High will allow you to be one of those people that can qualify as being, oh, I never had sex, because when you pray for forgiveness, those things are forgotten. You know that, right? The Most High Yah forgives you and he washes your sin in the blood of his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. So does that what that mean? I don't know. But I know, I'm not telling nobody we're 144,000, but I know we're special, because I know we're special because nobody goes through stuff like this. Unless the Most High Yah has a higher purpose. Now, not everybody's no target individual. Not at all. You got them liars on there, some cheats, some people that are trying to manipulate and do for the purpose of finding out who the real targeted individuals are, so that they can do something or whatever, or set some plan up to harm or just whatever. I don't know. Because the Most High Yah, he says, if he be for us, who can be against us? He says, fear not, for I am with you. And I'm the person that believes that. I believe there's holy angels around me at all times, because I always pray, Father Yah, in Yahushua HaMashiach's name, encamp your holy angels around me to keep me in your way, because you said you would. And I'm putting my trust in him that because he said he would, it's going to happen. That's Judah J. I'm not the perfect Christian, or not Christian. I'm not the perfect server of the Most High Yah out here. But whenever I don't do a lot of things that I used to do, and he's shaving those things away from me. But when I make a mistake and I do wrong, you know how quickly I come back to the Most High, ask for forgiveness, and sincerely turn around. Because he says, make no tarrying, don't tarry to return to the Lord. Because you know what? He knows what situation we're in. He knows the wicked world we live in and how easy it is for us to fall to this evil. But he sent his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, to die for us. And that blood is everything. Yes, we must obey the commandments, the 10 commandments, but the only way, but it's not the commandments and the law is not going to save you. Christ's blood saves you, but that's not to say we're not supposed to obey the law. We have to obey the law. He did not annul the law and say the law is done away with. We have to, as target individuals, learn what it is. I'm telling you the truth. If you want to have salvation, I'm telling you, if I want to have salvation, I need to follow this. Turn away from your sins, repent, serve the Most High Yah, trust in his son, the only way, Yahushua HaMashiach, for the remission of your sins. He came, he was sent from the Father. On the third day, he rose, he took our sins. Anyone that believes in him shall have everlasting life. That's the way to salvation. There's no other way to salvation. Now, if you can believe me, if you want to believe me, you don't have to believe me, but I might be the only person that's telling you this in your life. This might be your only chance to have salvation, is to take what I'm saying. Read your word, the Bible. Read the Bible. I would say the KJV, but I'm not going to just say that's the only. Read the Bible. The word of the Most High Yah, the only book that matters. Read the Apocrypha. Seek out the lost books because they were taken out at the Council of Nicaea. The Romans, the Edomites, these people took a lot of our records, the Israelites' records, out of public viewing because they knew that it would reveal them and their debauchery, who they are, their judgment. Read these books, the Apocrypha, the Bible. Go and get the Sefer Bible, Cepher. Go and read a lot of these the testaments of the tribes. Read about what was that from Babylon to Timbuktu. That teaches you about the Israelites, because if you read about the Israelites, then you'll know about these people that the Most High Yah is judging the world for, because the evils they did against them. It'll show you that these people are legit, that they're real, that they're the Negro that are scattered to the four corners of the earth. I am not better than anybody. I'm not better than no white man, no other black man, no Asian, no Native American, none of that. I ain't better than nobody. But see, the thing is, the Most High Yah called us to be his people. He called us, he gave us the oracles of the Most High at the mountain, at the Sinai mountain with Moses. He were the only race of people, a nation of people that he gave these oracles. He told us to live righteously before him. We did not, so then we got put into slavery. You see how the African Americans are. You see people shake their head at us like, man, because of the state we're in, but because the Most High Yah put us into this slavery. Yes, who did this to us? The Most High Yah did it to us because of our sin. Now we must come back to him. And if you're a Gentile, if you're a Gentile, not an Israelite, not a Negro, then it's your responsibility to get the knowledge that you need, because it says my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Do you know that the Gentiles shall also be called his people? The strangers shall worship at the mountain of the Most High. So if you want to be his people, go and learn about who we are, the Negro, our true history. And don't get mad because he didn't choose you to be his chosen people. Forget all that. It's about your salvation. It's about your soul. Learn about who we are. Get rid of your racism. Get rid of all your preconceived notions that were funneled into your mind by the stereotypes of wicked men and women that just wanted power, and the people that knew about who we were in these secret societies that didn't want the world to know. So they just basically put us in this position of being the most destitute, the ones that have low morals, because they put us in ghettos and they took away our ability to create wealth, and they discriminated against us, and they raped us and they murdered us, and generation after generation. Don't believe the things that they say about us. Be a person that's proactive on learning the truth. Be proactive on learning the truth, Gentiles. I'm not against you. Do you hate me because I tell you the truth? But if you want salvation, trust in Christ, that he believed that he died for you. But you must know that the Israelites, the Negroes, we're the time clock. When the children of Israel wake up, the dry bones scattered to the four corners of the earth, when they start to come back to the knowledge of who they are, now you know the world's ending. Now you know why the 400 years is important. Now you know why August 2019 was so important, because it ended. It was a time marker that said that the 400 years is over. Now you would say, oh yeah, how do you know exactly that August 2019 is the time marker? Look at everything that's happening now after that August 2019. Look at everything that's happening right now before your eyes in the world. The fires, the pestilences, these fake pandemics that the Most High God is allowing these people to put on the earth, to push on the earth, because it's not real. That are allowing them to put on the earth, to completely shut the earth down, because he's judging the world. And the world will never go back to the way it used to be. Not ever. The wicked ones have worked so hard to put us in a place where we're dependent completely on them. We can't work, we can't support our families, we can't do nothing without them passing a bill. Stimulus package, unemployment, PPP. We used to be able to work with our own hands and make all the money we needed to do what we need to do. We can't do it no more. We are in the position they've always wanted us in so they can prepare for the new world order. Destroy America, that's what they're trying to do. They want to destroy America. They want to do that. That's why they're trying to take away everything we're used to, because they want to get us so destitute of reality. We don't even know about what reality is no more. We can't communicate without a mask. We can't go into stores. Certain stores aren't open. The jobs aren't there. You look on the jobs on the website, they say there's no jobs. And then you got this idiot in the Congress, Rich McConnell, saying these people don't want to work, so we're going to take away their... Do you know why this is happening? It's judgment. It signifies the end of this age. The end of this world is now. And they're not going to pull it back and make things better because they worked so hard to get here. This is all they've ever wanted, was to be in this position, to be able to cause us to have nothing but complete reliance on their hand to sustain us, to give us any sort of peace, to allow us to be able to communicate and function like we've always been accustomed to. So you think they're actually gonna just say, "Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna let make it so the numbers of corona aren't high anymore, and we're gonna go on the news and have our newscasters say the numbers are going down. We're gonna open everything up." Do you know when they get to phase 4? I know you guys know what the phases are. Pretty soon after that, very shortly they're gonna pull it right back. Phase 1. It's gonna be a perpetual thing. You're always going to have to be dependent. If you don't trust in the Most High, you're going to have to be depending on the Congress to pass a bill. People losing their houses, can't buy their medicine, can't buy food, can't do nothing. That's the position they've always wanted you and us to be in. Please trust what some people say to you. Please trust what some people say to you. Do not take the vaccine, because that could be the mark of the beast. Watch my other video. Watch my other video where it talks about what I talked to you about. I say it's something about it in the title. It's like HR 6666, which was signed in 2019 by the 116th Congress. They already wrote that bill in 2019 and introduced it in May 1st, 2020. They already knew. They've been planning for this. Read the Morals and Dogma, where it talks about the 3 world wars. But they talk about how they're going to set the stage for the end of the world, where people accept the Luciferianism. And it basically is saying they're going to make the world so bad and so crazy and just so... I dropped my cane. Hold on. They're going to make it so weird and so other, unlike what we're used to, that people will just say, you know what? I just don't know what to do. They're going to say they don't trust in God anymore. This is what people are going to say. Where's God? Why would he let these things happen to us? Why would we be going through all this if there's a God? Oh, we're Christians. Where's the rapture? Where's the catching away and the marriage supper? Because they lied to you. The rapture comes at the 7th trumpet. We're going to go through these hard times. 7-year treaty, peace treaty. That peace treaty already happened at the times of Antioch Epiphanes, when he defiled the temple. He stopped the daily sacrifice. He's the one that sacrificed the pig on the altar to defile the Israelites' worship. You understand that already happened? When he said they thought it was peace, peace, to sign the tree. They already did that. But you have to understand, the people that are teaching you the Bible, a lot of them are trapped under this European, Eurocentric, paganistic ideology. They're not teaching. That's what you have to learn from Israelites. We are the ones that were the light, chosen to be the light of the world, which means that we are the ones that are going to operate in the spirit of the Most High in the last days and give you the truth. Now, not every one of us is going to do it, because just like every nation of people, there's people that are wicked, that are sown in there into the fold by Satan. He folds certain people, tares. But then there's some of us that are teaching you the right way, but you must have discernment to know who we are. And I pray that you know that this message is so real, realer than anything you done heard. So target individuals, it's a blessing to be one of you. I'm an empowered individual. Because you can target me all day, but the one that I'm with, the one that I serve, if he's with me, who can be against me? Who can be against you? But if you trying to associate all this to weapons, man-made things, even fallen angel technology, I question you. Because that's not what it's... You've been in this thing long enough. You know that this stuff is beyond any technology. You better know that. It's spiritual, buddy. That's how they can know what you're doing at all points in your life. That's how you can go on the internet, think a thought, go on the internet and see them all of a sudden be an ad about what you're thinking in your mind. Yeah, Judah J know. That's why they can, some of the comments that are in your comment section, if you have a channel, it's talking about stuff that's going on in your life. People are commenting, acting like they're for the Most High, acting like they're good, they're on your side. And then the comment is weird. You don't feel right about it because it's like, you're talking about stuff that associates to me in some way. Yeah, Judah J, no. You're in the last days of time. Now's the time to repent. Serve the Most High Yah in His name of His Son Yahushua HaMashiach and stand just like I must. So anyways, This cane is not cool. About to go in my crib, lay it down, chill out. Just got me a little membership, work out at the gym. Boy gonna be in the best shape you ever could think about. I got the best trainer in the world. About to get Judah J in that right place, because you need to check out, pay attention to your health in these days. Everybody's laying in their beds, everybody's not moving, everybody's eating and getting fat so that they can do their martial law, and you can't fight against them, because why? You've been wearing a mask for months and months, breathing in your own CO2, getting that sickness in your body, not getting the fresh air that they're trying to lie to you and tell you that's contaminated when it's not. And then all of a sudden you eating and you're just laying in your bed and you're just watching TV and you're just not talking to people. You need to get out of that mindset, like Judah J is getting out of that mindset. Anyways, I love y'all. There will be more content. Please, if you like the information on this channel, like, subscribe, share. I need y'all to like and subscribe, because like I made another video how they take away my views. Yeah, they can take away your views. Somebody will watch a video and all of a sudden you look at the real-time analytics and the views will go down actually. And then they'll go back up and they'll go back down. How the views gonna get taken away? How do you take away a view when somebody watched your thing, your channel, and then watched your video and then the views don't go away? My subscribers been at like 3,370 for about 5 months. You mean to tell me I haven't had one new subscriber in 5 months? Now, I'm not tripping about the fact that the subscribers. I want to reach as many people as I can with this message of the Most High, so they know this. And I've already gone through the mindset, oh, maybe my content is not that great and all this. Hey, you know what? To those that would like this content and they're seeing it and they're being blessed, that's all I want. That's all I want. That's the most important thing for me. But when I look at these things, because I'm human, I'm like, what's going on with these views in this channel? Why ain't they ever, it seems like I've been here for a long time, and I wasn't making a lot of videos and stuff because I have a life and I don't just make YouTube videos, but it doesn't make sense. So I went and looked at the analytics and seen the real time. None of it made sense. I made a video, go look at my thing about how YouTube takes away views and they're doing some stuff and unnatural type of YouTube numbers. Go check it out. But I would just ask you, if you like the content of this channel, view the channel, push the join so you can see the membership options that you have, so that you can become you can get more access to more information, more videos from my channel, such as vlogs, such as my music that I'm very proud of, that I have a lot of, and I'm gonna upload in the members area. If you become a member of that tier, I guess it's like $1.99, $2.99, $3.99, $4.99. That's the amount of money for each tier. Go check it out. Become a sub. Tell everybody about the channel. And no, last thing I'll say, the Most High Yah, the last thing I'll say for this video. The Most High Yah loves you. He's with you. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. Don't ever give up. Trust in him above everything, above everyone. He's the lover of your soul. He'll never leave you, but you must turn from your sin. You must make a true 180-degree turn. Don't accept the things. Don't follow the ways of this world. Don't vote, because that means you want to sustain this system. Do not do not be a part of it. Turn away from it. Turn away from all of it. And he shall be there with you. He shall guide you through these rough moments. You pray. You have power in his Holy Spirit to pray and cast out demons. You can stop the whole enemy's program, no matter what they're doing, because they're led by spirits that leads them to performing those actions and those ways against you. But when you pray and you seek him and I bind every demonic spirit of witchcraft, sorcery, murder, death, destruction, all evil, every foul spirit, every spirit of sickness and infirmity. I bind every evil curse. I bind every evil demonic spirit of shame and fear and doubt in Yahushua HaMashiach as being my savior. I bind these demonic spirits that have ever been assigned to me or any of the people I love in Yahushua HaMashiach's name, and I cast these demonic spirits out to the abyss. You say that, you do it every day. Whatever spirit's bothering you, you bind it, you cast it out. That which is bound on earth is bound in heaven. Trust me, your life will change. You will go through things, because this is not the time where we are in the morning. The morning, there shall be joy in the morning. Joy is not right now. Now is the time for toil. Now's toil time. So, love you. All praise to the Most High Yah. Watch my videos. Push the notification button. Shalom.